So I just found out how to hit level 100 in Fortnite insanely fast so you can max out your Mandalorian skin and of course get the incredible Baby Yoda backbling. Now to hit level 100, you'll need to get 7,570,000 XP in total, which is actually kind of insane. That is whopping 80,000 XP per level, with the exception of the first few levels, where you'll need a little bit less than that. Here you'll need about 10,000 XP for the first level, then 20,000 XP for the second level, and so on and so forth until you reach level 8. And then of course if you wish to pass Battle Pass level 100 and go all the way up into 200, 300, well, things are going to be different once again. According to last season's numbers, you only need about 50,000 XP per level at this point, with that number increasing by 1,000 each level after, in a similar fashion to the first 8 levels. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty confusing. But all you really need to know for now is that you need about 7.5 million XP to hit tier 100. Thankfully though, this is not overwhelmingly difficult, but only if you know what to do. I cannot stress this enough. If you don't know what to do, you're going to waste a lot of time and not hit level 100 very fast. For example, right now I'm going to show you one method you can easily use to get 3,525,000 XP just like that, enough to level up nearly half your battle pass alone. Alright, so let's head right into a game so I can show you the best way to level up this season. Alright, so we're heading into Camp Cod right now, and I'm sure you're pretty curious. Okay, we're going to Camp Cod, sure, but how am I going to get 3.5 million XP from this? Well, you'll see why in just a second. Now guys, if you do want to learn how to hit level 100 in Fortnite, how to level up fast, and all the latest and hidden Fortnite Season 5 secrets, subscribe with notifications. We're almost to our goal of 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and if you all did subscribe, we could hit it right this very second, because after all, most of you aren't subscribed, so you know, I'd really appreciate it a lot. Oh yeah guys, next time you're in the item shop, it would help me out a ton if you could use my supporter creator code StormRanger. It is literally the only way I can continue making these high quality guides for y'all, and if you don't use my code, sadly I may need to stop making them. Okay, so personally I have to ignite a couple of campfires. I must ignite 3 of them. Again, you'll see why this will be relevant in a second, but while I do so, let's talk about the best way to get XP as of last season, and that was through completing your punch cards. You see, those punch cards were pretty insane. There was about like 50 to 60 of them by the end of the season, and if you completed all of them, you would get yourself a clean 5 to 6 million XP, with each punch card giving you about 75,000 XP alone. But sadly enough, you guys may have noticed there aren't punch cards this season. Well, if you look in the upper left hand corner, I still got 15,000 XP. But how did I get that? Well, it was actually through a rare challenge. Now there is so much more to cover in this video. For example, after I'll show you guys a couple of good places and glitches to use to get XP, which you definitely don't want to miss out on. Now if we head to the map, as you can see quests right over there, use campfires 15,000 XP. And there are actually a lot of these rare challenges. Each of these challenges will give you 15,000 XP through pretty simple tasks. So, you know, fish at fishing holes, damage to vehicles with a player inside, eliminations, search chests, pistol eliminations, use campfires, you know, distance traveled. They're all fairly easy. But it's a little bit more complicated than that. You see, you can't just go ahead and complete these challenges and get 3.5 million XP. It's a little bit different. And it's interesting because these are essentially the punch cards of this season, but as you can tell, there are only a couple of them. There aren't 50, but there actually are. It's, again, very confusing, and you'll see what I mean in just a couple of seconds. Either way, as you play the game and do different tasks, these challenges will pop up. And there are actually several steps to these challenges. Now, as you can see, 15,000 XP is definitely a lot, but not too much for each of these challenges. Well, here's the deal. Each of these challenges have different steps to it. For example, after igniting 5 campfires, our good friend Bushranger over here will want us to ignite even more campfires, maybe 10, 15, 20. They can do so 5 times. Each time I'll get 15,000 XP for a total of, you guessed it, 75,000 XP per challenge. But here's a catch. There are more than just a couple of challenges you can see on screen now, a lot more. There are approximately 47 of them. Yeah, that's pretty insane. Are you ready for something that'll give you a massive headache? Gave me a headache for sure. Right now, as you can see from our Farm Monkey over on Twitter, these are every single one of the challenges. These are basically the punch cards of the season, same amount of XP and everything. There are a total of 47 of them. 75,000 XP per punch card per challenge, whatever you want to call it, times 47 challenges. That is a total of 3,525,000 XP, which is ridiculous. But I know what you're thinking. Okay, I'm heading to a game now and complete these, you know, challenges. No, don't do that. You're going to waste your time. There's a way to complete these incredibly fast. It's actually pretty simple, but most players don't do it. And so I'll show you why right now. Oh yeah, guys, and one more thing. There are currently 47 of these as of right now, but as the season goes on, Epic Games will likely add even more of them, and so definitely be sure to keep your eye out for that. But because there are so many, definitely be sure to refer to this graphic from our Fire Monkey so you know exactly which challenges to go and complete. I know it might be a little bit hard to see on screen now, so I'll throw a link to it down in the description below. I highly recommend you go pull it up while playing so you know what to do to maximize your XP. Okay, but as I said before, you know, these are a lot of challenges, 47 of them. That's a long time, and if you want to hit Battle Pass level 100 and unlock the final version of the Mandalorian skin and everything, you're going to need to complete them a whole lot faster. Well, to do all that, it's actually really easy. You can complete them 2, 3, 4 times faster from going into a game of Team Rumble, and I'll show you why right now. You see, doing challenges like, let's say, doing pistol eliminations, that's pretty difficult. Like, let's be honest, when was the last time you used a pistol while playing? I'd love to hear down in the comments, because personally, I almost never use them, but I still gotta complete the challenge to get XP, so what are we gonna do? Well, you're just gonna wanna land somewhere like Pleasant Park, because there's lots of loot here, and finding a pistol will be pretty easy, especially when you don't have people, you know, when it is, after all, on your side of the map. From this point on, I'm pretty sure you know what to do. Just gonna build up, and then of course, jump off to get into the storm circle like this, and then obviously go around and try and get through eliminations with your pistol. Now, Team Rumble is a great move, because you can go around and fight people, try and get pistol eliminations like this, and then if a guy comes like this and he does kill you, well, don't worry, because you can respawn. Doing all this is made so much easier. Boom, right there, 3 pistol eliminations. That would have taken a much longer time to do in a regular game. So on most of these challenges you could probably complete while just playing the game and not really trying to complete them. You're going to complete them so much faster if you actually go out of your way, go into a game, and focus on grinding out as many of these challenges as possible. But of course, keep in mind those aren't the only challenges there. There are also the legendary challenges. Okay, I'm dead now. That's very nice of him. Either we have our Mandalorian challenges, so we can do bounties, probably not in Team Rumble, but other legendary challenges for sure. We also have our weekly challenges. Once again, complete these in Team Rumble too. It is made so much easier. The same thing, of course, goes for your quick challenge, so definitely be sure to do all those. Now, sadly enough, while you can't get to tier 100 doing this method, you still have another 3 million XP you need to get, so what are you going to do for that? Well, if you're the kind of person who likes just grinding it out, I'll show you a couple of places you can go to grind out some XP. Now, one place a lot of my subscribers may recognize is this island right over here. That is because it actually has the most fishing holes out of any place on the map, at a whopping 25 fishing holes, along with 2 fishing barrels right over here. Yep, that is a lot of fishing holes, so of course you can go here and do some fishing. You only get about 100 XP per fish when you're playing regularly, but if you are supercharged, you will get about 400 XP per fish, which is definitely a big increase. So if you're going to do a method like this, make sure you're supercharged, because if you're not supercharged, it's going to take you a very long time to level up. Of course, guys, harpoon guns are faster than using fishing rods, and there's actually this one glitch you can use to get unlimited uses on a harpoon gun, so you can get a lot of fish really quickly and a lot of XP. So this glitch is actually really simple. I have made a full video on it, which you can watch right after if you want to know the best locations and more with this glitch, but I'll try and be pretty brief and just show you the basics now. For it, however, you cannot be in a game of solos. Instead, you must be in a game mode where you can respond, because it's absolutely crucial for the glitch. So basically Team Rumble. Sadly enough, Battle Lab does not work for this. I tried it, because you actually don't get XP in this mode, but if you could, I mean, it would be really powerful. Anyway, so we're going to want to head somewhere like Misty Meadows, because we're actually going to want to get a harpoon gun for this. Now, fishing barrels are perfect for hunting harpoon guns. I say there's about a 1 in 5 chance that a harpoon gun will drop when you destroy a fishing barrel. Anyway, right now I'll have my editor throw up a map of where all the fishing barrels and where all the fish are in Misty Meadows. I swear there are like 6, 7, 8 of them you can go and destroy in like a minute, so you have pretty good odds of getting yourself a harpoon gun. But obviously it takes a very long time to find a harpoon gun for the amount of time it saves you while fishing. So exactly what are we going to do with it? Well, obviously once you get a harpoon gun, you're going to want to go around and fish from fishing holes until you have about 1 use left. Of course, be very careful, because if you use that use, you'll lose the harpoon gun and won't be able to do this glitch. Anyway, from this point, all you have to do is build up like what we're doing now. I'd say around 7 or so stories high, and then of course, right after, you can probably guess it, you're going to want to jump off. Yep, it is that easy. So what is the glitch here? Well, as you can see in our bottom right hand corner, our harpoon gun did replenish in uses. It is now back to 10 full uses. And I mean, it is actually pretty useful, so you can go around and harvest a lot of fish and get a lot of XP using it. Anyway, places like this island right over here, this lake by Lazy Lake, somewhere by Misty Meadows, or even by Sweaty Sands have a lot of fishing holes. So if you want to harvest XP through fishing, I highly recommend you go to one of these locations. One more nice area you can go to, but once again, especially if you have supercharged XP, is over by the orchard. So once again, after you watch this video, be sure to go and check it out. I think it's a great video, obviously, because, you know, I made it. Either way, over by the orchard, there are players here, so you have to be careful, but there are these amazing things. They're called cabbages, I think. Cabbages? No, I'm kidding. They're called cabbages. If you look right here, a lot of XP. You can get about 1,000 XP in the span of 10 or 15 seconds at the start of every round, just landing at this one location and harvesting cabbages, unless this guy comes and kill you, which is very rude of him, so, you know, not very nice. Okay, so flying won't be a little bit safe. Hopefully someone doesn't come and kill us again, one of these guys following us. Either way, so you get these cabbages over here. There are apples in this orchard right over here. Then more cabbages that for some reason you actually can't collect there. They might fix that. Same thing, you can't collect any food in here, but I have a feeling that might change. Might be a glitch in the game. I'm not sure, but the orchard definitely has a lot of forage items you can get at the start of every round. But one other place you can go to is actually these cornfields right over here by where Frenzy Farm used to be. Because believe it or not, you can actually destroy these cornfields and corn will drop. You can go and pick up that corn and get a little bit more XP, but once again, it's nothing too overwhelming. It's definitely nice to get at the start of every round, especially considering both corn and cabbages are very useful items that'll help you heal up during each round. So, it's definitely a nice way to get a little bit of extra XP and also, some good loot for a game. Additionally, sometimes henchmen will spawn right over here, which you can use to shake down and get some good loot, but it's definitely another good way to get XP. Of course, guys, keep in mind, all these ways to get XP are actually pretty tedious, but do not fear because there's actually this one way you can get XP even when you're not online. Because, every night you have to do this thing called sleeping or something like that, but you still want to get that XP in Fortnite, well, don't worry, because for that, we're actually going to want to go into creative. Once again, I know I've made videos on this, but considering most of you aren't subscribed, I'm going to assume most of you don't know what we're going to do here. Of course, guys, remember, if you want to learn how to hit level 100 quickly, how to level up fast, and all the latest and hidden Fortnite Season 5 secrets, subscribe with notifications, because remember, if you do subscribe, we can hit our goal of 50,000 by the end of the year. Also, guys, remember, the next time you're in the item shop, use my supporter creator code StormRanger, because if you don't, I won't be able to continue making these high quality guides for you all. Believe it or not, when you're playing creative, just messing around, Epic Games will give you just over 6,000 XP for every 15 minutes you're playing, or 30,000 XP when supercharged. So that is definitely pretty nice. But here's the deal, you can do all that back on the hub. Yep, it is that simple, so just BFK in the hub, and every hour you'll get somewhere between 25,000 and 125,000 XP, depending on your supercharge. Now, once you do hit level 100, the grinding is not over yet because there are some very specific things you need to know to get the maxed out Mandalorian skin. So to learn all that, you can click right down here. But that is all here for now, and I'll see you all later.